Hi everyone, I'm Susan Mulvihill. Are you looking to add a little creativity to your garden? Or maybe you're trying to keep the birds away from your lettuce plants? Well, I have a great project for you that is inexpensive, easy, and fun. And you can be as creative as you want. That involves making a scarecrow. So let me show you how we made ours. It's not hard to make a scarecrow inexpensively if you use a lot of old stuff you have laying around the house. You're going to want some kind of a sturdy base or perhaps something you can pound into the ground to stake it in place. You're going to need an upright support that's maybe about 6 feet tall, a cross support that a shirt's going to go on, and then old clothes. We've got an old hat, old garden gloves, old worn out jeans, an old shirt, and also I'm going to use an old faded pillowcase that I'm going to stuff to make the head. Because we wanted to be able to move this scarecrow around in the garden from time to time, we wanted it to be extra sturdy. So we did spend $20 on a patio umbrella base. It's metal, it's very heavy duty, and so it would be pretty hard for the scarecrow to topple over even in the strongest of winds. This is a 1-inch diameter PVC pipe that we just had extra from a previous project. And then this cross piece is actually a 1x2 that has been screwed to the PVC pipe. The first article of clothing we need to work with are the jeans. And I don't know how to put this delicately, but we need to make a hole in this bum and right near the crotch. So I'm just going to cut a little X here, and what's going to happen is that hole is where the pull is going to go through as we pull the jeans up onto it. I briefly removed this pipe from the stand so that I could pull the jeans up using that hole in the backside. And then what I've done is I've made some little suspenders using a sturdy nylon cord, which I attach to the belt loops. And my goal is to have the pants very close to the ground, so I think that'll work out just great. The next step is to put the shirt on that cross piece, which is a little challenging, so don't make your pieces too long, but it is doable. There we go. The next step is to stuff the legs of the pants. And no matter what you choose, make sure that it can get wet, because obviously if it rains, these guys are definitely going to get damp. Well, I have some old Holy floating row cover that needs to be either tossed or used as stuffing, so that's what I'm going to stuff the legs with. Now certainly the most traditional material you would use to stuff scarecrows with would be straw. So that's an option. You could also use old towels, or you could fill garbage bags with something, and then that way if the bags got wet it wouldn't be a problem. And I'm just stuffing down to the knees because I'm thinking about putting a stitch in the pants somewhere here. And then that way, if there's a light breeze, the pants legs will perhaps move at the bottom part, and any extra movement should help scare the birds. The next step is to stuff the arms of the shirt, which is pretty simple. Now that his trunk is stuffed, I've buttoned him up, and I've also used some safety pins just to attach the shirt to the jeans so it doesn't fly up out of the way. Now to put on his hands. So all I'm doing is I'm putting the glove onto the end of the cross piece far enough in so that the glove points out. And then I'm just attaching it with a safety pin. Oh, I'm liking it so far. Now to tackle his head. For his head, I'm going to use some packing material that came in a box the other day. It's foam covered with plastic, which is great. I'm going to loosely roll it up so it's about the size of a head. I'll tape it together and I'll put it over this upright to put it in place. Then I'm going to cover it with that pillowcase I showed you earlier I'm hoping to put a little face on it. And once that's in place, I'll tuck the bottom part of the pillowcase into the collar. Okay, he's all done. And let me introduce you to Digby, the protector of the garden. Happy gardening.